Hello and welcome to our best-selling Advanced Climate Control Collection for all curl types. My name is Barbara Burke and I am part of our WEDOD education team. I have been for a little over 6 years now, and I have been a WEDOD certified stylist for more than twice that amount of time. I do work full-time behind the chair. I live in the greater Washington, D.C. area, which means I have lots of flavor that comes in. I have lots of curl types, every curl type that sits in my chair every day. So I am excited to share with you the details about each of the products within our Advanced Climate Control collection. I invite you to utilize this series to visit each of the collections within the WEDOD core architecture as well as the foundation of WEDOD. Every texture behaves differently, and to understand each of those unique curl patterns is the first step in keeping anyone's hair healthy and strong. So our signature collections are made to complement the needs of each different curl type. First on our list is our Advanced Climate Control collection. This one's great for everybody. And when I say everybody, I mean pretty much everybody. It's one size fits most. This is our best frizz fighting friend. So it's going to keep your curls encouraged, it's going to fight your frizz, and it's going to give you long-lasting hold. You have different strengths and weights for all curl types, and we'll get more into that since that's our focus of today's module. Next, we are looking at Curl Shaper collection. So that's the one in the tan packaging, and that is marketed to our loose curls and waves. Now, do you have to have loose curls and waves to use it? Absolutely not. However, just knowing within our collection, when you're looking at this slide, if you look from left to right, you can kind of get an idea of who can use it. So we're bookended by products that can be used on anybody, but in between, in the middle, we have our Curl Shaper, which once again, loose curls and waves is who we market it towards because it's the lightest weight moisture and it has the most curl encouragement. So what do I mean by that? Fluff it up. Get those curls up. Make it nice and big and bouncy. No weight to it whatsoever. Our next collection is our Vital Curl Plus collection, which we market to spiral curls. So this is going to have a balanced amount of moisture or hydration, whichever way you like to talk about it, and encouragement. So it's going to kind of still give you that lightweight sense, lots of bounce. It has this omega-369 complex, which is a botanically based hydration system, if you will, for the hair that helps to keep the curls super shiny and bouncy and very happy. After that, we have our Curl Quencher collection. So now we're tipping over into more on the moisture side. So remember, our tight curls are those ones that already develop on their own. They don't really need help being curls, if you will, but they do need to be moisturized and hydrated to stay happy. So now we've got just a nice lightweight level of moisture. It's enough moisture that if you have somebody who lives more in maybe the spiral world, but they need a little more hydration, you can absolutely use the Curl Quencher collection on their hair to help give them a little added hydration without weighing it down. But if you do want some elongation and you do want some weight, go into the Coil Infusion collection. So this one, obviously, we're going to market that to any coil type, or anyone who just needs stretching and elongating. Because in this collection, you're going to have the ultimate level of hydration, and it's going to give you, anytime you have that added hydration in the hair, you're going to have that automatic stretch. It's just going to sort of relax and just be happy with that. So you're going to have lots of shine. You're going to have lots of good for curl ingredients that are going to help to give it massive, massive hydration and shine. And lastly, we've got our Unbreakable Bonds. And again, this one is great for everybody. So Unbreakable Bonds, what is it? It is a collection that rebuilds all the damage that gets done. Damage from color, damage from life, damage from heat protection or heat styling, or even the sun, whatever. It's going to go through and it's going to be light enough to use on any hair type, but it's going to be nourishing enough to use on any hair type. So what makes Advanced Climate Control? What makes it special? Well, it is an award-winning anti-frizz nanotechnology. So part of the science in that is that it is formed with the stuff called sericin, which is it's a protein that's derived from silk. Yeah, and it's going to sort of be like your best protective friend you've ever had, kind of a thing. It's going to wrap itself around each of the hair and give it a protective shield that's going to protect you against heat, humidity, and UV rays. So again, with any product within this collection, you are always going to find layers of that frizz fighting technology. And this collection is made weed-eyed clean. So what does that mean? It means it is free from non-water soluble silicones, parabens, sulfates, mineral oil, phthalates, petroleum, and it's cruelty-free. So what does that all mean? That means if you get it wet, it'll rinse out. That means if you need to start over, it'll rinse out. That means if you go swimming, it's going to rinse out. But the beauty of that is it won't build up. So let's get into the products that live in this collection, our Advanced Climate Control Collection. Sometimes you might hear it referred to as ACC if someone's trying to speak quickly because it's a lot of words. But remember, Advanced Climate Control, see, it'll get you every time. Advanced Climate Control Collection, again, is our frizz fighting best friend. So within this collection, we have a defrizzing shampoo and conditioner. Both of these are going to be creamy. They're not going to be too heavy. You'll definitely sort of feel the protection that it gives, and you have instant gratification when you're even still in the shampoo bowl and you're working it through the hair. You can feel it sort of embracing the hair, if you will, and protecting it. Next, we have our Advanced Climate Control Detangling Heat Spray. So this one, yes, it's in a spray bottle, but it's actually quite lotiony. It's not too liquidy at all. And actually, I have some right here behind me. And what's really cool about this, see that? It's like a lotion. So the beauty of that is it gives you ultimate slip. You have that person who comes in, maybe they're really great at detangling the surface of their hair, but in the nape, they've got that really like chunky monkey bad mass of confusion happening underneath some tangles or what have you. This is amazing for that. This is going to go in and give you the ultimate slip to help start working that out. Like when you put it on your hands, you can actually like just feel the softness and you can feel the glide. If you like a cutting lotion, it's a fantastic cutting lotion. Again, all curl types and non-curl types, meaning straight. I use this on straight hair just as much as I use it on curly hair. Because if hair needs love, it needs love. If it needs help detangling, it needs help detangling. And again, remember, it's got that built-in heat protection. It's got that built-in UV protection. So even if you have that person who's just like, I really don't like a lot of product in my hair, it doesn't have a strong fragrance at all. It is super light, but it still gives you what you need. And remember, when you're doing curly hair, after you've done your haircut, you're always going to take them back to the shampoo bowl to rinse it anyway, right? So remember, it will rinse away. So if you enjoy the benefit you have from it, you'll need to reapply after your rinse. Let's talk stylers. We have lots of options for you within the WeDog umbrella. And within our Advanced Climate Control collection, we have foam, we have cream, and we have two different strengths of gel. So we've got that finish or that level of support that any curl type could possibly want or need. First on this slide, we'll address our Featherlight Styling Cream. OMG, it's my I can't do without it product. That lives with me always, whether it is professionally or personally. I use the Advanced Climate Control Featherlight Styling Cream on straight hair, all the way through any type of coil and all the curls in between. It works for everybody. Your use might be a little different with each curl type, but it works. If you have your wash and go client who really doesn't like much product in their hair and they don't want to, utilize a product that takes longer to dry and has a more wet set look to it, they just want to be able to put something in and not worry about it, this is the perfect product for them. If you have someone who needs a little more support, maybe they prefer one of our gels in a different collection, but you as a stylist understand they need that added level of frizz support. You can prime their hair with this. That's amazing. And you can also use it for blowouts. I said that out loud. Yep. Sometimes curls need blown out. Sometimes they need a different look. And if you want something lightweight that blows out really nicely, you can use this. And even on straight hair, you can use it because all hair, when you're blowing it out, it needs heat protection, it needs UV protection, it needs environmental protection because no one's hair does the same thing indoors and outdoors if you have humidity living outside, right? So this is your product that can be used in a variety of ways that will always work to your benefit. Amazing. The amount you use will just vary based on what your task is and what kind of hair you're dealing with. The more the hair, if it's going to be standalone, you're going to use it more generously. If you have more delicate or fine hair, you're going to use it more sparingly. Use your judgment. You're the professional. I know. I have faith in you. I know you can do it. Next, we've got our Advanced Climate Control Featherlight Volumizing Foam. Love, 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 love this product. It is, again, it's a foam. It comes out. It's very light. It gives beautiful shine to the hair, but it also gives you just enough grip, but it doesn't have any dullness or anything. So it gives you just enough of that substance. It's not heavy at all. You can layer it on top of another product. You can layer it below another product. You can use it on its own as a standalone. I would say though, if you have medium to coarse hair and it needs more control, I would use it in addition to another product because it might be too light for them. But if you've got finer hair or thinner hair, it may be great to use on its own. That's something that you can experiment with and utilize that way. Also, this is something that if you're looking for a voluminous blowout, I have successfully used this for blowouts as well. Next, we have two different gels on here. We have our heat and humidity gel, and then we have our heat and humidity stronger hold gel. So the one with the white label, the regular heat and humidity gel, is going to be a little thinner in viscosity, and when you feel it, it's going to have a little thinner consistency to it. It's going to give you more of a light to medium hold. And the one with the all red label is going to be a little thicker, and it's going to be a stronger hold. So that's going to be like our strongest of this collection. It's going to give you, again, it's a little thicker when you run it through the hair. So if you like that, to make sure that you're feeling that good amount of gel in the hair, then this is definitely going to be your friend. I have clients who use it year round. I live in an area where I have seasonal changes, and we have everything from snowy cold temperatures to hot and humid temperatures, and obviously all the things in between. And I do have plenty of clients who they know that this will never do them wrong, because even in the winter time, because you would think, well, in the winter you want maybe different hydration, or there's no humidity anymore, so you don't need to use this. And that's true, you don't always need to use it. But some of my clients find that if they're putting the proper things underneath of it to give them whatever level of hydration they need for the season, and then they seal it in with this gel, they're set up for success. So now it's day 2, day 3. Maybe it's later in the same day and they need to refresh their curls. Maybe something just happened where their hair went a little sideways and they just have to touch it up. That's the perfect time to use our Advanced Climate Control Restore and Revive Biphase. Now, I have some right here. Find you here. You have to shake it before you use it. Okay? So this is the way it should look. All right? Shake it before you use it. Think of it as like oil and vinegar salad dressing. It's not what it is. Don't eat it. But There is some oil in it, which is why it's floating on the top. Yeah, that's always what happens when things separate. Your oils always kind of go to the top because they're a little lighter, and then your hydration or your water-based elements sit to the bottom. So when you use this, make sure you shake it up really good. And then what you're going to do is you're going to spray it. You're going to spray it to whatever curl needs a little encouragement, a little polish for the day. You're going to apply it to whatever curls just need re-energizing. Because remember, what you've already used on your hair is water soluble. So if you take a water bottle and you spray, and you get it to the point, especially where it's dripping away, you're rinsing your product away. If you use your biphase, your Restore and Revive biphase, you're going to actually reactivate your product, reactivate your curl. And because there is a little oil in this, it's going to give you added shine. Now, there's a way that you can also break the rules with this. Remember how on the previous slide I was talking about using the Featherlight Styling Cream as a blowout tool? If you have hair that needs a little added help sort of settling down, I actually break the rules and I apply this first to the damp hair, and then I layer the Featherlight Styling Cream over top of it, and then I blow it out, and it just settles down and gives a really beautiful blowout. So that's a little rule breaker from stylist to stylist, little pro tip from behind the chair. But basically, this is just going to help to make sure that the hair does not get too dry. It's going to keep it shiny, and it's going to restore its natural luster and beauty along with the added product you put on to help it out. After this, we have on here our Advanced Climate Control Anti-Frizz Mask. So yeah, it happens. Sometimes you still need an added level of protection. So remember, in this collection, the first job of our shampoos and conditioners are to fight the frizz. The first job of our stylers is to fight the frizz, okay? And sometimes you need an added mask. You need something with a little more strength and structure, I guess, if you will. You need to go in and use a mask. So we have our anti-frizz mask to do that. 3 to 5 minutes, instant gratification. It's an easy upsell for you behind the chair, or it's an easy mask to send home with your clients. They're going to use this instead of their regular conditioner. And because it's only 3 to 5 minutes, it's an easy trade out. No one has to worry about it taking up too much time or having the excuse of, well, I don't have an added 20 minutes. You don't need it. It's instant gratification. And then lastly, we have 2 products that we can also use for touch-ups when the hair is dry. So they're dry touch-up styling products. We have one in the tube, which is our Advanced Climate Control Touch-Up Gel Cream. And we have our Advanced Climate Control Anti-Frizz Miracle Balm. So what's the difference? Why would you use one over the other? It's completely about the texture, okay? With our touch-up gel cream, sorry, let me do this so that you can see it. You can see there's a little bit of a, it's almost like it's encased. It kind of reminds me of some of those toothpastes that have more than one element to it, but it's not separated in the tube. But when it comes through, it has a nice shine to it, and it has a nice slip to it. And basically, if you have a tendril or a section that just needs a little added polish, and you just have to sort of, you know, maybe you've misted it down and you've reworked it, and you're like, it still needs a little something else, and it's dry. Remember, this is a dry styler. You're going to take just a little bit on your hands, on your fingertips, and you're just going to polish off whatever you need to define. If you need a spot, you have to go through and define it. It's not going to be heavy. It's going to go through, and it's just going to polish off that bit of hair. Now, maybe that's more for like your fine to medium texture. So now if you have medium to coarse texture, you might need a little different kind of strength. So that's when you would reach for our Anti-Frizz Miracle Balm. So this is going to be something that I always use my fingernail to sort of scrape it in the other direction. But it's going to be something that comes out as a semi-solid, right? And then you emulsify it, kind of like other types of stylers that come in a puck type situation. You can see there's a lot of cream on that. I really enjoy the balm. Again, for if hair just needs a little more control, you're going to polish off those tendrils, but also you're doing an updo or you're like smoothing anything and you need to have some added shine and something to help polish it out. This is going to be great for that. Now it doesn't have like a strong hold, so it isn't necessarily going to be, if you're someone who likes to have very sculpted and defined edges, it's not necessarily going to be a product that's going to lay down an edge, but it certainly will polish the edge. So if you need something with more strength, you're going to have to go back in with one of our gels to go back in and give it more strength that way. But it's wonderful. You can feel the hydration on the hands. Again, lots of shine, lots of softness, lots of hydration. And most importantly, no frizz. Celebrate curls however they exist with Ouidaud's good for curl ingredients. Again, my name is Barbara, and I am so thankful that you shared some time with me today. I can be reached or seen on Instagram at barb.burke. And if you ever feel the need that, if you just have a question that hasn't been answered, you can message me and I will do my best to get back to you in a timely fashion. Again, I am behind the chair full time, so if I'm with clients, I'm not on the gram, but I will see at some point in time that you reached out and I will do my best to answer your questions. So I invite you to join me there. In the meantime, I also invite you to revisit this segment as well as any of our others on our core collections, just as you need it. I mean, sometimes you need an extra little bit of information. Sometimes our brains latch on to this information and we miss that information, and sometimes we just need reminders. The beauty of this collection and this training series is you can visit each module whenever you need to, whenever you want to. We are here for you. We are so happy to have you joined within our curl family. Let curls be curls. Bye-bye.